Today guys, I'm not only giving you the best formation and tactics in FC25, but possibly the best formation and tactics in the history of FIFA. It's that good, so make sure you stick around till the end so that you can see exactly what players you need to make this formation unbeatable. Now this formation presses so high up, which means that you're winning the ball back in areas that your opponent just don't want you to have the ball, and it leads you to scoring so many goals and creating so many opportunities. But not only that, it also counters so well, so it goes from defence to attack so fast, your opponent just doesn't have chance to adjust, and you're just going to get so many wins using this formation. Of course, I'm talking about the 4-2-1-3. You probably knew where this was going. It is so overpowered. But I did realise that I've done a lot of wacky formations on this channel, but never really done a formation video properly on the 4-2-1-3. I know I did a jokey one trying to ruin it in the last episode that I did on the channel. And I still got the win, even playing with absolutely stupid roles, so this formation is just broken. But I've seen a load of streamers recently trying to adjust things on this formation, guys, you know, false backs, wingers, all that sort of stuff. You don't need that. You can be basic with it, and you're still going to absolutely demolish opponents, okay? Does the formation play beautiful attacking football that would make Pep Guardiola want to lock himself in his room and have a bit of private time for 2 minutes? No. But will it get you more wins and score you a shed ton of goals? Absolutely. Build-up style is another thing that I've seen messed around with from other streamers. I don't know if they're trying to throw you, man, but you want to use counter. Counter is the best build-up style by far that you can use on the 4-2-1-3. The players are just in amazing positions all the time. You're always going to have an option and you're always going to be on the attack. Paired with the depth on this formation, counter is just 100% the way to go. And for the line height, you're going to go 95 aggressive. You want to win the ball back as high up the pitch as possible because you press your opponents in so much. And with this 95 depth, your players are just in great positions to intercept at all times. This formation is incredible at winning the ball back. And when you do win the ball back, because of that 95 depth and that counter build-up style, all your players just get into ridiculously good positions super fast. And it just gives you so many opportunities to score more goals. So moving on to the player roles now, guys. So for your goalkeeper, personal preference, whatever plus you've got. Both your fullbacks are on fullback and defend. Both your centre-backs are on defender and defend. Both your holding midfielders are on deep line playmaker and build-up, with your cam on shadow striker and attack. Both your wingers are on inside forward and balanced, and your striker is on advanced forward and attack. And here's what it looks like with the ball, guys. It goes into a very attacking looking 4-3-3, but those holding midfielders that look like a massive gap between the cam, as you'll see in some of the gameplay later on, that's not the case. They do bomb forward and help out on the attack as well. Now guys, this is hands down the best formation and tactics on the game right now. It's so overpowered. I don't think I've actually lost a game with it. It's mad, and at the amount of average players I've come up against running the 4-2-1-3 whilst I'm testing out some crazy experimental formation, and they just absolutely destroy me is maddening. But it's just the way the game is. There's always a meta formation, but yeah, this takes the cake. But now we're going to talk through each player role individually, what sort of player you need there, show some highlights in the background as well, and what they're there to do and what their role is in the formation, and how that just makes this amazing formation tick. So kicking things off with the goalkeeper, guys, and yeah, I don't really know. Personal preference. Go for someone tall, someone high rated, probably your best bet. No matter what you do in the role, no matter what goalkeeper you have, they'll do things like this that just make you just want to pull your hair out. Now both your fullbacks are on fullback defend, and what that means is that all your defenders, your defensive four, will stay in a solid line. You don't want your fullback bombing forward or coming out of position in that back four, because you're just going to get countered so easily in this formation. You want them to stay in that solid bank of four, and what I'd say is in both your fullbacks, look for players that you'd be happy to play at centre half. So I'm running Thuram and Mendes, who are both incredible fullbacks but also good centre backs, and that's exactly what you want. You want them to be solid defensively but also quick enough that if they do get down the wing, you can come out of that back four and sort of make an interception. But the primary focus for these players is purely interceptions and making last ditch tackles. That's what they're there for. So many FIFA players play sort of through balls to the wingers, and they're there to bump inside and intercept that ball. Now both your centre backs are on defender, and that is bread and butter. No formation you use should have anything other than defender defend, unless you're trying something a bit experimental, but you want them to sit there and defend. They're defenders. The clue is in the name. So you don't want them coming forward, you don't want them stepping out of that back four line, you want them constantly in that pairing, stopping their strikers or striker from getting the ball, making those last ditch interceptions, making those tackles to stop your opponent being able to get in behind, and they purely need to be defensive focused. You want fast, you want strong, preferably with anticipate, so that you get absolutely amazing interceptions, as well as the ability to, if you mess up a little bit, get back and make that tackle. Now, CDMs in this formation are probably one of the most crucial roles in the formation. It just makes it tick so well. I would probably recommend in this formation having one that is a proper solid holding midfielder. So for me, I'm using Patrick Vieira, who is probably the best holding midfielder you can find, as well as a more box-to-box defensive midfielder. So Kante is obviously an incredible CDM, really good defensively, but this Evo that I have on him, the Become Immortals icon, it makes him just an incredible box-to-box as well. You have that variety that you have both of them able to make those interceptions, but at least one that is also going to be able to bomb forward and help on the attack. But with the deep playing playmaker build-up, both of them will push forward, which is great attacking because it gives you more options, but also helps you defensively as well. Because you're pressing so high, these guys will intercept so many balls, and it just gets you back on the counter-attack again. You've got your four forwards there to pass to, and you're just going to create a shed ton of chances just because these CDMs are always in the right place. So even though they can help on the attack, obviously they need to be incredible defensively, like Kante and Vieira are, because they're going to be there to actually defend. When your opponent is on the attack, you want these two sitting in front of your bank of four and just making those interceptions, making those last-ditch tackles, and just essentially being a blocker, stopping that ball from going through to the striker. Both your left wing and your right winger, I would look for players that you'd be equally as comfortable playing at striker, because they are going to get into scoring opportunities really often in this formation. I run Parallelelo and Inaki Williams for this video, but I actually prefer to have them inverted usually, so I would like them to be the other way around really, a left-footed on the right and a right-footed on the left. The roles just don't work that way, unfortunately. But you want players that are quick, preferably quite physical, can get in behind and do the normal stuff, but can also dribble and sort of make chances. These are going to be your outballs so often because they do get free really frequently. Because everyone's running fullback defend at the moment, it does leave the wide areas a little bit exposed, and that means that you can do a quick ping pass out to your winger, and then you can either bomb in behind, or you can do a little bit of tiki-taka football, make your way into the box, and create an opportunity. But some of the highlights are showing here, I mean, they just get involved in the play so often. From any sort of position, you'll have both of them making runs in behind to score goals, making runs so that you've got a passing option. They are incredible, and it's just an amazing role for this formation. You need all-rounders here, all-round forwards that can score, can pass, can dribble, can do all that stuff, but also they're incredibly pacey. This is a 4-2-1-3 at the end of the day, and if you want to go for it, it's not all about beautiful football. You can get the ball, you can run in behind so often, and do those cutbacks to create a chance. Now for the cam, I'd say you've got two choices here, and most of the formation I would say leave it as it is, but this does come down to a little bit of personal preference. So I use Shadow Striker Attack with my 96 Maradona. What that means is that he will bomb forward, he will make sort of runs to become like a second striker, turn it into a bit of a 4-2-4 formation. He's there to be the central outball, so when you get the ball deep, you've got someone that you can always ping a pass into, and he'll be there to hold up the ball, do some little dribbling, keep the ball, hold it up, and then ping it to one of your wingers or ping it to one of your strikers. But he's also there to make an attacking run, and what I would say in Shadow Striker Attack, and it seems crazy to say when I have possibly one of the best cards on the game playing there, I use Maradona pretty much 90% of the time as a distraction. Because he's on Shadow Striker, he will make a run that 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, my striker or my wingers aren't going to be able to find. Sometimes they will, absolutely amazing. but the majority of the time it's someone to keep the other centre back occupied, whilst I then find Suarez or one of my wingers up front to finish off the move. But I've just found that Shadow Striker just makes it really difficult to defend against this formation. They just don't know who to mark, and they need to keep an eye on Maradona, even if he's not always in the best position to, you know, score a goal or create an opportunity. They always need to mark him, because if they leave him for a second, he'll get in behind and he'll score. But what I would say here is, if you are looking to use your cam as a focal point, if you want them involved in the play a lot more, then you need to switch this to playmaker. Still works incredibly well. The formation still is epic with a playmaker. Personal preference for me, I prefer the Shadow Striker. I just feel for my playstyle that playmaker is a little bit too static. But if you want a little bit more tiki-taka, and if you want your cam to be the focal point, they always receive the ball and then they're the ones pinging the passes left and right, pop them on playmaker, either build up so that they pop a little bit deeper depending on how you play, or playmaker balance will work just as well. It's whatever works best for you. Try them out, but like I say, for me, Shadow Striker attack is the way to go. Now for your striker, advanced forward attack all day long. You want this guy to be the focal point of your attack, always there to receive the ball with his back to goal if needed, do those little plays, and they need to be good enough at passing and good enough physically that they can hold the ball up. You also want them to be good at dribbling, because you will at times end up with just your striker up top, especially with how quick this counters. So you want them to be able to hold up the ball with that physicality, do a little bit of left stick dribbling to make a little bit of space, and then you'll have three options from your cam and your two wingers to make a ball forward. But as you can see from the gameplay, it doesn't only need to be able to hold the ball up. Obviously, advanced forward attack is really good for coming deep when you need it, but then bombing in behind when it's necessary. And you need a player that is quick enough. I always recommend going for mostly lengthy personally, or lengthy, but it's personal preference. But you'd want to get away from those defenders. Do the build up, make the quick pass, L1 trigger if you need to, and then watch them bomb forward, and these guys will score an absolute shed ton of goals for you. This striker just needs to be a complete striker at the end of the day. Pacey, physical, good at shooting, good at passing, good at dribbling. You've got plenty of options out there. Anyone that did the Strike Force Evo, pretty much whoever you put it on, you're going to have a decent option for this. But there's plenty of people out there that you can look at that will play this role so well. As you can see, I don't even have a ++ on Suarez for advanced forward, but he still just plays the role to an absolute T. And it just is so good, this formation, man. And you find your striker so often, and then you've got the choice to either go out to your wings with him or run in behind and score with the striker. It is absolutely unstoppable at times. That's going to do it, guys. The best formation, hands down, on FC25 to get you more wins. If you're not running this, I mean, I don't know why not. I don't like to run it because I like to have fun. I like to, you know, do content for you guys. But if you're just playing this to win, and if you're just playing this as a casual, this is the formation to go to. No matter who you play against, you're going to have a chance, because this formation just intercepts so well. It's pretty much like having the old pre-patch AI defending. Your CDMs are always in the right place. Your centre-backs always are in a position to intercept the ball and stop those through balls. And on the offence, you've got 5 or 6 options at all times. You can do tiki-taka, you can do counter, you can do pinged passes in behind. It's just got it all, man. It is the best formation by a mile. But if you want to give it a go yourselves, guys, here's the code for you now on screen. Like I say, streamers have been trying to mess with this no end, tinkering, trying to find something a little bit different. You don't need to do that, guys. Keep it simple. Keep it how I've got it on these codes. Possibly change to playmaker on the cam if it works better for you. And if you switch to playmaker, you could also switch the striker to poacher, and that'll give you a little bit more attacking dynamic. But don't mess around with it too much. This formation is guaranteed to get you more wins. But anyway, guys, I can't believe I've finally done a video on the 4-2-1-3. I can't believe it's took me this long, but it needed to be done. I'm here to help you guys have fun, but also you're not having fun if you're not winning anything. So this is the formation. It's the best formation on the game. Laid out like this, you're going to get more chances, you're going to score more goals, and you're going to get more wins. It's as simple as that. If you guys have got any formations that you want me to try out, pop a code down below. I'd love to give them a go. Likewise, if there's anything you want me to make a meta version of, pop the formation that you're interested in down below. I've already got a comment and I'm working on a 4-3-3-4, so that'll be coming up in a couple of videos time. So yeah, Pop a comment down below, I'll see what I can do for you. If you enjoyed this video guys, don't forget to drop it a like, it helps me out no end and other people get to see it and other people get more wins and it's just a beautiful time for everyone involved. And if you're new around here and you're looking for more meta FC25 content every couple of days, why not subscribe? You get to see this beautiful face every day, every couple of days. Depends how drunk I am. Anyway, have a great rest of your day and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!